We wanted to let you guys know that Thrive Life is going to be completely shut down as of the end of August.
Hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth. Live simple.
Live free. And yes, if you've heard anything about it, it's true. It will be shutting down August 31st. This was a real shock to us. It was a real shock to everybody involved. We're devastated. But we just needed to let you know what's happening, and then we'll tell you a little bit about why it happened, because there's been a lot of questions about why this is happening.
And you've known, if you've watched our channel, that our channel is absolutely not about Thrive Life, but Thrive Life is food that we have really believed in and enjoyed using, and it's been the blessing of this channel that has enabled us to be actually quite successful with Thrive Life. That's been our absolute main income.
Yeah, it's been our main income. We do have several other smaller streams of income, but this is the main one that is just gone. So we need to let you know, especially if you live in the Pacific Northwest. Because of this, we have the money set aside to make that trip out there that we were looking forward to, but we don't think it's wise at this point to spend that money.
Yeah, we don't feel like it's a good idea to spend it on the trip at this
point.
So
we're going to have to cancel that trip, which unfortunately means canceling the whole meetup that we had planned in Washington, and that hurts because we really wanted to meet you guys.
We are so sorry to have to say that. The meetup in Olympia that we've been planning, it just isn't going to be possible. And I've had to, get a hold of family members, and they've all been sweet about it, but I'm sad, that we're not going to be able to do that. Maybe another time.
Yeah.
We just got to be smart right now.
Right. So anyway, back to Thrive. Like we said, they will be closing the doors August 31st. It'll be the last day that you can order. And they actually have a quite large inventory because sales have slowed down recently, and they were still producing, so they have quite a lot of inventory. So everything will go on sale, on a liquidation sale, starting Monday, which is
this is Friday,
the 21st.
Yeah, 21st.
Yeah, of July, and so everything will go on sale for 25% off.
And that's everything.
Everything on the website.
Yeah.
And if you are on the delivery service, you'll still get the free shipping on anything over $99. And so their desire is just to liquidate everything.
Well, and delivery or not, it's just 25% off all the food.
Right.
Right. The delivery still gives you free shipping, but it's just 25% off.
Right. Even if you're not on delivery, on the delivery service, you just place a one-time order through the shopping cart, it's still going to be 25% off.
Yes. And that is, I guess through August 31st, or if they completely run out of food, I guess. But,
right.
We'll let people know if something like that seems like it's approaching. But
And that will start on Monday at 6 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. So now, if you're on the delivery service and you put the stuff into your delivery page that you want, be sure to hit the Ship Now button to ship it immediately. Yeah. If you have a date further on and you leave it and wait for it to happen automatically, things might be gone.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any guarantee that it would still be available. So if you want to buy something, just have it shipped right away.
Right. And all of these are actually a final sale. There won't be any returns or anything like that allowed.
They can't even be set up for it.
Because they just don't have the personnel anymore.
Yeah. They'll. By the way, we've absolutely been reassured that there's plenty of personnel to get these orders out.
Right.
But they don't have the setup anymore to handle returns. So.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have asked me if we're going to be able to buy it again, if it's going to be rebranded or something like that under a new name or a different company or something. It's not. Once it's gone in August, end of August, it's gone, and you won't be able to buy it anymore from any type rebranding type situation.
Yeah, people have asked us about that.
So people have also asked us if we're going to be stocking up on things. Well, we've been Thrive consultants for 11 years now. We're fairly well stocked.
Yeah.
But we will definitely be looking at our stock and to see if there's any holes, and we will be stocking up any holes that we've still got.
Yeah, just going ahead and trying to make sure I have everything around that we would kind of like to that we use more or that we just want to make sure we're going to have around.
Right.
Yeah. We really want everybody to know that this is financially for us a pretty serious blow. But my goodness, we've been through ups and downs of financial serious blows before.
Yeah.
And God has always been faithful. And we can trust him when things are looking a little bit more bleak, and we can trust him when things are going well. And so the trust has to be in him. We've gone through some very low times financially before and come through okay, you know. And so people have wondered what we're going to be doing, you know, what's going to happen about the house in Florida, what are our plans. And quite honestly, right now we are just, we're trying to take care of canceling all of that trip. We're still just kind of trying to put three thoughts together.
Yeah, we only found out about this a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to figure it out.
Right. And so, you know, as time goes by and we kind of figure out what we're going to be able to do, you know, we'll keep you guys up on how things are. So right now, I don't know if we're going to be able to, what's going to happen with the house in Florida. We are trusting that someday we'll be able to take like a trip again or something. I just want to share with all of our heart that we are a little fried, and we had trouble sleeping that first night. Well, I'll go so far as to say we didn't sleep that first night. There was just so many things to try to think about in details.
Yeah, that wasn't because of worry. That was just
No.
because of trying to figure out all the details.
Right, and how to, for us to shut down a business that's gotten this big, you know, and how to make sure, and how is everybody, and taking care of people, but I don't think either one of us are worried about the future. We've seen God's faithfulness over and over again, and we just want to be really open about that. We're already laughing, trying to stop and think, honestly, guys, it's been a while since I paid attention to what something cost at the grocery store. And I'm realizing I probably should be paying more careful attention again. But we're going to be fine.
You know, one of the things that really is helping a lot, if you've been around our channel at all, you know that we preach debt freedom. And we are completely out of debt. So we don't have to worry about not being able to pay the mortgage or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so we can actually live on a lot less than someone who has all of those expenses.
Well, and we're just used to living under our income.
Right. And
so now let's see how far under we are.
when she talks about can we keep the house in Florida, that's also debt free. We own it outright.
Oh, absolutely.
But the question there is, we have all of the monthly expenses of two houses. We got insurance, property taxes, utilities, all that kind of stuff. And now that our income is lower, can we pay that all of the monthly expenses? That's the only question.
And we've said honestly that we are Florida residents, and as a Florida resident, we haven't been paying. We don't pay income tax, Florida income tax,
state
income tax, income tax, and that has been enough of a savings to certainly more than balance out any expenses we would have on a house that's paid for. But that's based on income. So we're just going to be crunching some numbers and we'll just see how everything kind of falls into place. Yeah. But we've talked about Thrive before. Like I said, it's not the theme of our channel, but we've talked about it before, and we've also been talking about this trip coming up. So you guys need to know what's going on.
So what actually happened? Why is Thrive shutting down?
A lot of people have been really wondering.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot about the structure of Thrive Life that most people probably don't know or understand. There is an umbrella organization called Thrive Freeze Dried. And Thrive Life is actually a small subsidiary company of Thrive Freeze Dried. Thrive Freeze Dried owns all of the freeze dryers, all of the facilities and all that kind of stuff. And they produce freeze-dried food and sell it wholesale to other companies that want it.
And there's more freeze-dried food being used all the time.
Yeah, like for instance, if you buy a box of cereal and it's got freeze-dried fruit in it, it's a very good chance that it came from Thrive Freeze-Dried.
Yeah. And Thrive Life has been the retail marketing side of of the bigger company.
Right. So there was some recent changes in some of the leadership in Thrive Freeze Dried. And when they came in a few months ago, they started looking at all the numbers. And they were looking at Thrive Life, which is our company, the network marketing retail part of Thrive Freeze Dried. And the sales for us have been dropping a lot because I don't know if you realize it or not, but the preparedness industry actually runs counter to whatever's happening in the economy. During COVID and the high inflation and all of that, and there was a lot of panic buying during COVID and Thrive.
And it was good for people to have emergency stuff.
Yeah, when so many businesses were going out of business and so many people were losing their jobs, Thrive was absolutely exploding. But then after COVID ended, the sales started to come back down again. And in the past 6 months, they have just continued to drop. I think that people are...
They're feeling more confident about things
consumer
now.
confidence is going way up. And
Yes.
as that happens, people don't buy prepper food anymore.
And by the way, that increased confidence is a good thing.
Right.
We're very glad of that.
And so when I look at our business, you know, in multi-level, you have your own personal sales and then you have team sales for everybody in your team. I want to talk about just our own personal sales. Our personal sales for this month, July 2025, when I compare them for a year ago, July 2024, we've had a 70% reduction in our personal sales.
Right. Well, COVID just really was a time where many people very wisely were getting prepared food. Yes, prepper food.
And we're one of the bigger sellers in the company. And the whole company has experienced that kind of thing.
In fact, it's been happening industry-wide.
Right, that's true. Industry-wide, there are other freeze-dried companies that are struggling as well, or prepper companies anyway.
Yeah, they just have had drops in sales.
So the new leadership in I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't know if everybody's really struggling, but they've seen a drop.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, the new leadership in Thrive Freeze Dried looked at those numbers, and I think that all of a sudden Thrive Life is not as profitable as it used to be. But also I think the main thing is that they are more interested in just doing freeze drying for and selling commercially than they are selling retail.
It's kind of like the way they want the whole company to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So already most of their Thrive Freeze Dried's revenue is from the commercial sales, not from retail.
And also, we've talked a lot about how much we just have really appreciated and really liked the executives in Thrive Life. Just to be honest and fair to them, we want to make sure people know that this was not, it wasn't them making this decision.
In fact, they were just taken as much off guard as we were, I think.
Yeah.
So Thrive Freeze Dried decided to shut down the Thrive Life network marketing retail leg of their business, and they're going to be just selling commercially.
Right.
That's why Thrive isn't going to be rebranded to where you can buy it elsewhere, because they're not interested in selling retail anymore.
And the thing of it is, their focus is toward these major commercial sales.
Yeah.
And so it's probably wasn't as easy for them to realize that our type of company does go through cycles. Things go up and they go down.
Right.
But that would not be something so obvious to them, and it wasn't the direction they were kind of going anyway. Yeah.
So that's it. That's what's happened. That's why it's happened. And yeah, we're devastated, but we will be okay.
Yeah. I hope to still see a lot of friends that I've made. I love them. It's been a family.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the biggest problems with not problems, but one of the biggest disappointments with us is, like she said, many of our friends, other consultants from Thrive Life, from all over North America, including Canada, have become real close friends of ours, and we will probably never see them again unless not as a group.
Yeah, I'm going to see somewhere down the line if I can do a family reunion. We'll see.
But we've vacationed together every year, and we've done conventions 2 or 3 times a year. We get together with them, and that's just not going to happen anymore. Yeah. And because of our level of sales, we have been on the consultant advisory board for many years now, and they pulled an emergency meeting for us on Wednesday night by Zoom, because we're all over the country, to tell us about that and everybody was crying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think it was more because of the loss of the relationships that won't happen anymore. It was as much of that as it was the income.
Well, and we can still keep in contact. We can still reach out to each other, but we had a reason before for everybody to get together
Right.
really frequently.
Right.
And we just really learned to love each other a lot.
So anyway, I've tried to explain to you the best of my ability, why this happened and what's happening.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in stocking up, now's the time to do it, because after August 31st, you won't be able to.
Right. And we just have appreciated everybody that has worked with us on this and have been customers, and just appreciate everybody so much. This has been a great blessing for us in our lives. And
we could get angry about this because
no, that's not the point.
They've taken our income, But here's the deal: we are eternally grateful for Thrive Life, because it's been 10 years of an incredible run.
Like 12 now, even.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
That we're just grateful for every relationship we've made and every dime we've made, and it's changed our lives, and it will forever. We now own a couple of homes. When we first started, we were completely broken, living in a broken down old trailer.
Well, in a pretty deep hole.
So rather than being angry at the whole situation, we're grateful for what we've had over the past 10 years and for how Thrive has changed our lives and built relationships.
Well, and that's right. And life has seasons. It's just something we've learned. You just have different seasons. And we know that God is still sovereign, and we're interested in seeing what this season's going to bring in our life.
Right.
And by the way, this has no effect on our channel. The channel is just going to keep going just like it has been.
Right.
So we'll still be putting out the videos and all that. We've talked about Thrive Life enough. And we, like I said, we wanted to make sure people understood why we had to cancel the big trip that we've been talking about, because we won't be able to do it. So.
Well, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging in there with us on this. We really love you guys, and I just can't believe what a privilege it is for you to share in our lives and for us to just be a part of each other's lives.
And many of you have been reaching out already and just
Yes.
really concerned about us. We feel the love. We really do.
Yeah.
But we'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
We'll be okay.
So, alrighty.
So, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Live simple.
Live free. You be blessed.
Yep, and we will be back with you guys very shortly. I'm very excited with some videos that we have coming up. You'll see.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.